Seth.
How do you say yarrow?
Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world. Let's go, G. Welcome to How Do You Say
Yarrows. Welcome.
We're beyond excited at this point. You've been coming through our entire stories of successes and failures and bloodlust. Turning left. And now we are going to talk to you. We are filming this with like a week and a half to go. When this will air, it'll be a week to the estimated time of arrival for baby Yarrows. So we're just sharing. This is where we're at the end with 2 weeks to go.
So we are 38 weeks and 2 days. And that means, if you don't know, they say for a pregnancy they estimate 40 weeks is the total of like a pregnancy.
Yep.
So most doctors at this point, and I know at least for our doctor, they've said like they won't let you go beyond 41 weeks.
No way.
So if we are, you know, if the baby is coming past the due date, then like they won't let you go beyond 41. They'll talk about induction, and which means they're going to help you have the baby if the baby doesn't start to come spontaneously. So that means with us being at 38 weeks,
we're in go time.
This could be the last time we do a podcast, just the two of us.
No. I'll be documenting as we're going to the hospital.
Oh, good call.
That I feel offended that we've talked about this.
Oh.
If everything works out, I will be documenting as we go to the hospital.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Either way, something will be documented because
I intend to be addressing How Do You Say Yarrows.
Oh gosh. Okay, we should talk about that.
I thought we had. That.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So really, so 37 weeks is full term. So
yeah, we're here.
Once we hit 37 weeks last week, I think I won't speak for you. I was very thankful. I was like, thank you, Lord. We hit 37 weeks. That's a huge blessing because that means the baby has like pretty much hit the milestones he needs to hit inside there. If, you know, he came earlier, they say you should be in a good place. You probably wouldn't need special interventions or whatever. Like you're in a good place because he's full term. So I was very, very thankful. How did you feel when we hit
I did not want him to come. I was away at camp for the week, so it was to me that was I did not want to be away from home, or at least, you know, obviously, like, I don't know if I'll be home exactly when the baby contractions start, but I did not want to be away at 3 hours away at the time.
Yeah.
So that was more of like, so for me, it was like, okay, this is not a good week to come. So, yeah. I mean, happy that he was making it further, but I'm like, I'm not rooting. I am not okay if you arrive.
That makes sense. So for our 37th week, Adam, you know, we knew months in ahead, like this was when Adam was going to be camp. We were like, yeah, this is okay. Like this is the plan. We want this. But we did pack our hospital bag before we left for camp.
Yep, we did a lot of practical steps.
I stayed at my parents' so that, you know, all week, like, you know, if something did happen, I had people to bring me to the hospital. We were very well set up.
We're ready to go. And really 3 weeks out is, especially because everything's been healthy, very unlikely.
Yeah, it's a lower percentage, but there's a pretty significant percentage of people that go at 37. But the other thing Adam did say, he had a rule for me.
Gabby was not. I don't like this with anyone of like, hey, just, you know, hey, call me back type of thing. If you're leaving a message, tell me why. Do not, hey, could you just call me back? That is not a good thing. There is I need to know, because my immediate thought is this baby related. Where are we at here? Of like, I'm active and moving throughout all of this. I will call back. But is this hey, I'm looking for something in the house to call me back? Or is this, hey, abandon what you're doing, get to the hospital, call me back? So I was very clear. There's no ambiguity with messages at this stage in our lives.
No, Adam he was really smart. And their reception is very spotty at camp. Yeah. And we both know that. We've both been to camp. So that was the other thing. You know, if you're going to send a message, don't do anything vague. Yeah. And if you do start with anything, everything is good. But, like, really, I didn't call you. You called me, and obviously we messaged the whole time.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to I didn't want to risk him having a missed call from me. Like, there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
Because that would really flip him out.
Yeah, no, and it's also like, it just makes sense too. Even everything is good is vague. It's like no contractions, no.
Yeah. I will say for the 37th week, one thing I noticed, and I did say this to Adam. I acknowledged this by the end of the week, and he was adorable about it. I said, I think I've been a bit more emotional.
No comment.
Adam said his response was, well, first he was like, oh, I love you, and like cuddle into me, he was giving me a hug, and then I think he said something to the effect of, this is very validating for me. I'm very glad to hear you say this. So I had a great week while Adam was at camp. I thankfully got to visit him. It was incredible and everything, and he communicated so much to me while he was away, but I did feel a lot of extra emotionality throughout that 37th week. There's a lot of emotions in there, which he had to deal with on the phone.
No comment.
So that's good.
Yeah, but now we are within 2 weeks.
Now we're at 38.
So we're doing a lot in these couple weeks. So, at least where we're at now, our house is virtually done.
At the next
also, I should say medically where we're at from the doctor. They did a check.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I am not dilated, which means my cervix is not open at all, and that's where the baby comes through. And I am 60% effaced.
What's that mean?
That means, so the cervix is where the baby comes through.
Yeah.
And the cervix needs to efface, which is what they call it, and it needs to, thin out, basically, for it to, for the baby to be able to pass through. Okay. And when it is 100% effaced, that's, fully thinned out.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
And basically, so please, if you're a nurse, this is very layperson, my understanding of it.
Don't even know what any of those things mean.
But bottom line, I'm 60%. So they go by percent, like when the doctor's telling you, like my friend, I just talked to my friend who is pregnant and due a week after me or whatever. She's 80% effaced already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so they do a cervical check to check hey, where's the progress? Where are we at? I don't really know how useful these checks are, because from what I talk to people, you could get this check and it could go very quickly. Now, if I'm 60% effaced right now, I could go into labor and go all the way in a day or two. I think it sounds like, or it could take weeks for the effacing to happen. So
there's no medical reason. It's telling you where you currently are, but it's not indicative of you are 60% effaced at this rate. You'll be done in 3.5 days.
Can you imagine if science could do that? That would be incredible. I don't think it will ever happen. I think God is for birth and pregnancy, it is not, we are not meant to know that information.
I think it would be too, I feel like it'd be a lot of pressure on people.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if we knew when Seth was going to come?
Well, I'd be worried, because the other part is that's assuming you're doing your current setup and status. Okay, what if you're trying to change that? Or, I feel man, that'd be crazy if we did know. That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, of course, some people know, because some people have planned C-sections. There's, a lot of medical reasons that you need to have that. That, of course, happens. And I know people who have said, the good thing about that is obviously you know when your go date is, so that's good. You can plan for that. That there's a lot of helpful things. But,
very true, very true.
But but as far as ever science getting to a point where we can really identify when you will spontaneously go into labor, I don't think that will ever happen. I'm just
wait till we find out. Our kids will be popping them out on command.
Can you imagine?
That'd
and then we'll say to our kids, be well, back in our day, you didn't know when you were we just never knew when the day was.
Well, it'd be just hey, our parents really didn't always know gender perfectly.
Oh,
now it'd be we didn't even know when the time was coming. Now you know everything about this kid. You got their career mapped, and do you want to know when he's popping or not popping?
That's incredible. Oh, they could even choose, the way people choose to know the gender. They could be I'd like to know, or I don't want to know.
Surprise attack.
Okay, how do you feel about the surprise attack? Because that is something I feel very strongly.
I feel great.
Yeah?
I mean, there's nothing that can be done. It's been just a, I've just thought about it the entire, what could you do? Ready to go.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's no alternative for us, so.
Right.
I really haven't thought, mostly I want to be able to be home quickly in those times.
Yeah.
But,
yep.
Really now we aren't planning on being far away. The furthest I'm going to be is at work.
Right.
So that's it.
Great.
Yeah, so that I should be home, because even with early contractions, you wouldn't go to the hospital right away.
Nope.
So I'd still be home in a good place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what about you? What are you thinking there?
I have felt recently, I think as of this week, last week I really didn't feel this way. So it's hit this week, so 38 weeks. I have felt, and really even since the weekend, so I guess the end of the 37th week into the 38th, I have felt like when I go to bed and I think, is tonight the night that I get woken up and experience the greatest pain of my life?
Oh boy.
And then when I wake up, I think, it didn't happen last night. I made it. And then I think, is today the day where I experience the greatest pain?
Or that you get to meet your son. Maybe you could rephrase that to be a little more positive.
I like that.
Today's the day I get to meet my son.
I wonder if this is why my eye has started twitching this week, and like it's a very strong twitch.
My eye was twitching a few weeks ago.
I know, I remember that.
Yeah, but that might have been an infection.
It happens at different times. It might have been an infection.
I don't know. But
it happens at different times.
No, okay, yeah. Now I'm more of like, I still have to pack my stuff for the hospital. Got to do that tonight.
Yes, the reason Adam didn't do that when we first packed the bag was simply he was packing like all his clothes for camp, and he was going to come to me from camp, so he already was packed.
Yeah, I had a week's worth of clothing there.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
So now we got to get you packed.
Yeah, now that'll only be a few minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
That'll be ready to birth the baby.
Easy.
But I'm trying to think. Yeah. So really the timing.
Should we say what we have packed in our bag?
Yes. Just thinking of the answer of what we've got in there. And then I do want to talk about what we've done at the house.
Okay.
Let's talk about bag, though.
Okay. All right. So hospital bag, we did have recommendations from different people about packing like our own pillow and towels and stuff like
Hard
that.
pass.
I will just say we chose, and we'll see how we feel after. We'll see if we regret it.
Yeah.
We chose not to because we didn't want extra things to like wash when we got home.
They will do all the work for me. Why do I want to bring, we've got a baby. Why would we want to add more work to us?
That's how I'm feeling. And I'm already an overpacker. I did not need a reason to be an overpacker, especially with now having the baby. I'm really trying to like pack less things as I go places because I know I'm going to pack a ton for him. So we chose not to do that. Otherwise, we did the regular stuff.
Yeah, actually, I've not packed anything yet.
Yeah, I have a blanket packed for you. The snacks packed for you.
Thank you.
And otherwise, it's just going to be your clothes that you're going to pack. So.
And then
you're going to put in your GoPro stuff.
Yep. Well, that's just staying with me 24/7.
Well, that's good because on top of our 2 bags, I just put a Post-it of add GoPro and wallets because obviously those aren't in our bags right now, but we'll
carry them with them.
But that'll be our little visual reminder.
Yeah, I've just had my GoPro with me wherever I go currently now. Got to really prepare.
Very smart. Very smart.
Oh yeah. Well, it's partially 4K footage that'll be there, 60 frames per second. So that way I got to see if I could get like 4K 120. So that way, if we could catch the baby popping out, just super slow motion.
Oh my word.
I want to make sure when I document my catch that it's documented.
Oh dear goodness.
I want to make sure we are ready to go.
Are you gonna do handheld, or are you gonna have it on your head somehow? Or something?
I want to do handheld. I don't. Honestly, I've tried the chest hold and I've tried the head. I really don't trust that well.
Yeah.
The chest one's actually very difficult because you blur everything right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, chest is not a great documenter.
Okay.
Head's not bad, but even then it's still like, I feel like the hand's the best. But actually I have a mounted claw where I could put it to have it fixed in the room, which I think is probably the best way.
I'm happy to hear this because I think that when I look at you, I would rather see your face than the GoPro on your head.
Well, you'd see my face and the GoPro.
I know, but I just...
You don't want the GoPro documenting.
I want you to look like a mole person.
That's fair.
Yeah. But okay, so go on. The house.
House is 95% done right now.
Wow!
We have got, I think, oh my gosh, I don't know if we could do it today or tomorrow. I don't know. We've got like 2 boxes left in the baby's room that need to be cleared or like stored away.
Oh yeah, just find just find.
And we have to talk about the extra lamp.
The extra. Yes, we have an extra lamp.
I think
we have a lamp. We got a beautiful lamp for our registry.
Lamp.
We love it. From my friends from work. It's so wonderful.
It's a great lamp.
Set up now. We have another lamp that is an older lamp that was already in the nursery.
That Gabby does not like.
Well, I just always said it didn't provide enough light in that room. I don't dislike this lamp.
You've indicated over time you have not liked this lamp.
I've simply indicated that it doesn't provide a lot of light. But now we have a lot more light in the room. Let me tell you the reason I haven't let us get rid of this lamp yet.
I'm furious.
Do you know?
Why?
It's a shelf too. too. So it's hard for me to get rid of it right away because that is a useful shelf.
I see.
Do you not agree?
It's a small square peg. That's it. I think
Tell me, what do you think?
we've cleared out so much from this room.
We have. It has been a painstaking process to clear out. As we've said,
Yeah.
the nursery was our multi-purpose room.
It has
If
been.
you've watched any organizational shows or you have any living space, you know that a multi-purpose room is one of the most difficult rooms to gain control over.
Oh yeah, because everything was done in there. Then all the baby stuff was stored in there as we've got this.
Everything.
This has been a fight.
It's been a fight. We've had a
This-
fight for every inch of space. I think
That-
it took, most
yeah.
of my stuff was in the closet, really almost
Yep.
all of my stuff. I think it took me, I don't even know, 3 months over time
Yeah,
to like clear that out eventually
It
in
was,
totality.
well, yeah, because everything in there is useful, but it all had to find a new
Yeah.
coordinated place, which was
Absolutely.
very difficult.
Very difficult.
And then all the baby stuff was in there. It was, it was partially construction room in this. It was
yeah,
this room,
this room has gone through.
and I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I've been cranky for much of this. I think, honestly, bad-tempered, miserable. Those are the honest words. Upsetting. I feel like I can't use enough analogies because this room has caused me angst. I am a minimalist, and all I kept seeing was box after box after box go into this,
right.
and nothing was leaving.
We would clear something out and something immediately would enter.
Bigger and better.
Yep.
It was a
that's
black hole in my mind that I could not fight and win. And I know I've upset Gabby in this, and it was not her fault. It was mine. It was because I don't like things, so like getting a bunch of things, even though for a baby it makes so much sense. Obviously you need this. Is just, to me, it's just repulsive of like getting all this stuff. But it's needed. So it's like my mind is at war with each other, and then
it's
now
really hard.
it's like so close. So it's like, oh, we're there. So it's just so exciting to see that, and we did something very exciting this morning.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was so incredible. I actually still can't really believe we did this today.
Yeah, it's so this has been, weirdly enough, the thing we've been I want to say the thing we've been most excited about, and the single series of items we've spent more time than anything else on. Painstaking amounts of time at store, online, talking with other people, is the stroller.
And someone just asked us, our good friends, you've heard us discuss them, the Shines. This is actually Morgan Strum now.
Yeah.
She had asked us, was there anything on our registry that, like absolutely we wanted that specific type, that item, And we had done research on almost everything on the registry, but either research like looking stuff up and reading reviews or talking to people, whatever. And, we said, actually, yeah, no, a lot of it was all interchangeable. At the end of the day, did we want a baby carrier? Yeah, and we researched that one. We ended up having to choose one because that's the registry. So we chose that one. But if we had gotten one of 25 other ones that are all amazing too, we would have been very happy. You know what I mean?
Very happy.
But you have to choose one on the registry. That's how it works. So we said, actually, the only item that was like, we want that specific thing really, because everything else could have moved in or out, was the stroller.
Yep, that was, well, with the stroller too, the big challenge with it, and the wonderful part is, like with modern strollers, there's so many interchangeable things because your infant car seat will attach to the stroller. There's just so many things that go into it. It's
called
like
a travel system.
Yeah, which is a way to say that you have to buy everything from one company, and they got you.
Brutal.
But at the same time, I do have to credit it, is we went with an Up a Baby Vista, version 2, post 2015 model. No big deal. But melange green. Just throwing out the stats on it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it is what it is. It's kind of cool. But it is so it does all work together, which is great because the infant car seat moving into the stroller, so it does help a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But it is one of those things of this is a high commitment item because it will simplify your life, but it also, picking out one thing here, if you're doing this, which most people seem to do because it just makes life so much easier in functionality, it affects 20 other items. So it is you got to choose this one item really well because it affects everything else that you are buying for your baby in terms of movement orientation.
It does. It's a huge investment, commitment, everything.
It is a lifestyle. But because it is we've weighed this very heavily because it's that we're very mobile people. we go a lot of places, we move, like, so, okay, we want a stroller that's going to help us do those things well.
I think, as we've said, Adam called it, what's the one thing that's like the Swiss Army knife of baby stuff? We decided it was the stroller.
Yeah,
that has
yeah.
the most utility, and so that's the one we invested in the most, and the one that we really,
Yep.
But today is finally the day that we put it together.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not because we've delayed it. It was because
Yep.
we went through a series of times of looking for the best price for it.
That's
It
right.
was a fight to get all the details on it.
We did.
And then, like, we got some of the stuff earlier at the baby shower, but we're not assembling all the small accoutrement because we didn't have the big thing yet.
Right.
So it was and it was also like, okay, if we even assemble it, where do we put it right now? Because we have
Yes.
all these other things that need to actually be stored still.
And this stroller is gifted to us by your parents.
It is a
So
wonderful gift.
incredible, So incredible.
And today we did it.
And today we did it. Adam assembled everything. I had the app going. We learned from a friend at church. It was so amazing. Yeah, there's actually an app, so you want to register each part, the big parts, because you can get warranty on it.
Yep.
We called their support people because there were some things today. They were amazing. So now it's finally set up. There's probably much more for us to learn about this stroller. Strollers, guys, they're so complex. I think I understand how to collapse it, but
it seems pretty
we'll figure it
simple
out.
now.
It seems pretty simple now, but it's set up. It is set up.
Yeah, it is set up. I think it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
essentially. So
It's
that's
ready to
to us that was like one of the highlight things because we've been so excited about this.
Yeah.
But it's taken so long but now it's here. So very pumped about it.
Yeah, Adam has taken a crash course. Well, he's already good at it, but he has assembled many things over this period of our life.
I assemble a lot of things. I said the day I know we've made it is when we don't have to buy pre-assembled furniture or
Yeah.
a furniture that needs to be assembled.
That's right.
That I've only had this a few times in my life as a life now.
Yep.
So I'm very excited for when the day comes when I don't have to assemble furniture.
He said, that'll mean we've really made it, Gab.
Yeah. When we,
Really made it.
we got it when our couch got delivered. The Raymore Flanagan assembled that. That was a big deal.
It was beautiful.
That's a great item.
I know. Great item.
Great item. Great item.
One of 3 items that we did not assemble in our home.
Yeah, this and the bed are the only two that
And
I
the
could
kitchen
think.
table. We
No,
did not assemble that.
we assembled the kitchen table.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that was very difficult because that's very heavy.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got that at Costco.
No, I knew we got it at Costco. You're right. I forgot. I remember now waiting with the parts.
Yep. Yeah, that was
outside of Costco. You and my dad had to do multiple trips. I remember that.
It's another reason to get a pickup.
Oh, man. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
That's right.
2 weeks out.
That's right. We honestly have accomplished more of the projects than I thought we would get to. The other huge projects, and we don't need to go into them because they will take a while, but we did double reorganize the laundry room again.
Yep.
And we finally, the other hugest project I think that we've had is under the sink.
Yeah, so
That potentially could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
honestly.
we've restored a couple areas, which in a real way, we've made so much more room in our space than what we could imagine through a lot of reorganization. Many trips to the Container Store.
Yes.
Painful amounts of trips.
Yes.
But we love that place.
We do. We love it.
But it's also a stressful place too.
Yes, it is. It is. We take a long time there.
Yeah. There's not a quick place to go through.
Yeah.
But we've done it.
We've done it.
Email us at howdoyousayyaros@gmail.com and you can follow me at Adam Yaros. Bye.